Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. Is anybody else here? Not yet. Okay, so I'll just sit here and I'll just get ready. That's what I'll do. I'll get ready. Um, I wish I had a written pattern for this. Hi, Sherry. Wish I had a written pattern. And Dawn and Brenda. Hello, ladies. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to see what we can get done today. It could be little to nothing. Hello, Michelle. But we shall see. Little to nothing. Um, Brenda, I'm okay. I'm okay. I will just say I'm a little over 2 weeks now. And definitely they gave me more exercises to do at home before I actually start going in to like physical therapy. So I have some counter things I do, move my arm out and back, and I do that. And then I do some things where I'm moving my arm out to the side and up a little. So yeah, just doing some simple movement and motion stuff. Is there pain? Pain. Um, Once in a while, I would call it pain. Most of the time, it's just discomfort. A lot of discomfort. It's all very tight, which makes sense. I mean, they fix things, they've drawn stuff together, they did a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of tightness and a lot of pulling, like, especially up in here, like up along my neck, along the top of my shoulder. It just like feels like it just pulls. Well, because they had to pull the tendon back, which is attached to the muscles. I've learned a lot. And I've learned this by watching videos. I told Dale, I was like, I don't know if I feel better after watching these videos about what they did to my arm, or if I feel worse now. In a way, I feel better. In another way, I feel a little creeped out. I don't know. Anyhow, Brenda, you can come hang out with me anytime you want. You sure can. If you want to, you can come hang out with me. You can come on the live even, and hang out. Anyhow, so there's just lots of pressure, lots of tightness, lots of like, this is tight. Like when I go to do the exercises, I'm like, okay, this arm, can just go like this. This one's like, ooh. So there's just a lot of tightness, a lot of tense, a lot of, anyhow, that's what I'm dealing with. I just alternate taking Motrin and Tylenol throughout the day. And like, was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. Yep, last night. I mean, we did a lot of stuff yesterday. We went to deliver some eggs to one of his egg people. Then I went to Hobby Lobby. Sherry. I don't know if you've been to your Hobby Lobby. Do they have the Easter stuff? Because mine has nothing. I can't even find the little St. Patrick's Day little thing. They don't have that either. I have checked every single St. Patrick's Day display they've got. They don't have it. I'm so disappointed with my Hobby Lobbies. Anyhow, did that. Did a couple other things. I do my exercises twice a day. I crocheted a little bit last night. Just a little bit. Oh, you're going to be without Brittany for 5 days. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can come on next week. Like, I don't know how much crocheting I'm going to do. We're going to give it a go. We're going to try. We'll see how it works. But so, I mean, when I have days like that where I do a lot, last night I went to bed and I read for a while, which was fine. Then I tried to I have pillows, so I'm kind of like propped up, and I got a pillow beside me to prop my arm on, all that kind of stuff. Okay, Sherry, well, you let me know. Because mine had like nothing. I mean, they had all kinds of Easter stuff up. There was not an Easter diamond painting item in sight. So, but I tried to go to sleep, and it was just like, no, it hurts. Like everything hurt. Sometimes it hurts up here on my neck. Sometimes it hurts down here on the shoulder. Since they did stuff with my bicep, sometimes it's down on my arm. Anyhow, I could not sleep. I could not get to sleep. So I got up and I just came out to the living room and hopped in the love seat that reclines, Got all covered up with blankets, and Dale got me another blanket because I was cold, and tucked me all in. And I was just like, okay. I took a couple, I don't know what I took before I went to sleep. Maybe it was 2 Tylenol or something. I don't know. But it kind of settled down. And hi, Emma. So anyhow, I went to sleep. And I slept pretty good. Got up at 3 o'clock, just automatically got up at 3 o'clock. Then I took, I think it's the Motrin I take at 3. I don't know. I always forget. Or maybe it's 12 o'clock was Motrin, 3 o'clock's Tylenol, something like that. Went back to sleep. And I could sleep pretty good when I got to sleep, and it wasn't hurting. I got up this morning and it felt fine. It felt fine. So there was that. So this morning I worked on this crochet test I'm doing. You guys, I have one sleeve done. So you make these panels. It's like a rectangle, and it's going to be the sleeve. It folds over. It's hard for me to show you it, but it's this panel, and it folds over, and that makes the sleeve coming across the top. And it comes down a ways, So you make 2 of those, and then you connect them together, right? Well, Advil is Motrin, Brenda, right? Advil and Motrin, same thing. Yeah. So that's why I alternate back and forth, the Tylenol and the Motrin. So anyhow, I am getting so close to finishing the second sleeve. So then I could join them together. And after that, once you join these sleeves together, then you do this same pattern like around the body. And, they say that the sleeves is the longest part of the whole thing. So I'm so close to getting that sleeve done. This morning, I think I did 2 rows. Now it's 100 stitches long, but it's actually a little bit more than that because you do a little cluster in there. So you got to do this little cluster. Brenda, that is just the way that my schedule turned out, right? I think it was the Motrin at midnight, the Tylenol at 9 while I'm still awake, and then the Motrin like when I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I think that's how it is. So anyhow, I want that done, but I can only do so much, And I thought 2 rows was pretty darn good. Anyhow, pretty darn good, I will say. So it's just, it's slow going. It's just slow going. And then I am still working on the Bad Sheep Yarn Advent. I'm on color 18. 18. So I got 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 more colors to go after 18. It's getting there. All right. Anyhow, I have to stop. It lets me know. It totally lets me know when I'm done because it will just start to hurt. It will just hurt. It will, it's not like pain. There's no like jabbing pain or anything like that. It's just like, ooh, no, it's just, it lets me know. It lets me know. Anyhow, so you guys remember we made our one retro daisy. This is the pocket on our book sleeve. Okay. So the book sleeve itself is going to be white. Now this might be interesting. I don't know how this is going to, I'm going to put it right here between my legs because, I can hold it that way. And so this is just going to be white. This whole thing's going to be white. And I don't know how it's going to be crocheting with cotton because if you've ever crocheted with cotton, you'll know that it has a little bit more of a drag. Okay, now I'm going to try to move my arm a little bit. And I realize if I can, like, I've learned to like put my elbow here, like into my body a little more to brace it. I mean, to discover how much of your arm is used when you crochet was, I mean, probably one of my biggest surprises, probably. Because, I mean, you think hand, wrist, sure. Do you think you're going to feel it way up here when you crochet? I mean, I didn't really think I was going to feel it way up here that much. But this right up here is where it tells me to stop. If you're ever interested, do a little research on shoulders and like all this muscle. This is all muscle through here. And at the end of the muscle is the tendon that goes to tendon, which goes over the shoulder. So if you have to pull this tendon down to fix it, you're pulling on the muscle, right? So, and it all is affected when you crochet, all of it. It's very weird. Anyhow, I already know this part of the pattern. To make the base of our little pouch thingy here, we crochet 24, or not crochet, we chain 24. So, and what I was getting ready to say is that cotton kind of has more of a drag. You know what I mean? It doesn't slide as much as easily as other yarns. So we'll see how this goes. I have 5 chains. And you'll see how slow I am. I'm super, super slow. Or 6. So I have been kind of relieved, I guess, to know that I really can't, I'm not going to hurt it by doing things like this. I will make it hurt, but I can't actually hurt it just by crocheting or even just by moving my arm. As long as you're not doing crazy stuff, you're not swinging, you're not, like she told me before we ever had surgery, just don't lift or pull. Don't lift or pull. Okay, all right. This is kind of a pull, but it's not really a pull. You know what I mean? So it's all fastened in there pretty darn good when they fix it. So I don't have too much concern about like destroying anything they did, unless I was to fall or do something crazy, I forgot. Was that 14 or 15? I don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It was 15 or 16. I don't know. I'm going to do a couple more, then I'll count. Yeah, definitely. This is a little harder than the one project. I'm just using fingering weight, and they just kind of slide through. And the other project, well, that slides pretty well too. So anyhow, okay, let's see what we got here. We're gonna have 23 or 24. I don't know. Let's find out. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I need one more. Okay, there's 24. Yeah, it's very interesting. That does not look big enough to put a book in, now does it? What kind of book is going to fit in there? Oh, wait. I think it grows. It's not the whole... Hang on. Wait a second. Or does she use that at the base of her book? Let me see. And not very big, that's for sure. Hang on, let's see. And we're using this little tiny hook. It's a 3.5. Yeah. See, that's not going to work. That is so not going to work. If I get a book, okay, let me get a book. Dale's in from plowing. Don't know what he's doing. What, honey? I'm live. What are you doing?
I wish you had about 6 more of those little burgers.
Gosh. He got my good yarn off the table and he's got it down the stairs, you guys. Okay, let me find a book here real quick. I want a big book, like a, you know. Okay, let's use this one right here. This doesn't seem like this is anywhere near long enough, right? Let's see. Okay, here's a book. Let me put my yarn between my legs again. Hello, Mary Lou. Isn't that something? I come in here and the cat just goes haywire on me. This is nowhere near long enough. No, not at all. So I'm just going to make this, I'm just going to make it fit my book. That's what I'm going to do. It's just a little, like a paperback book like that. Maybe I need 30 stitches. Let's see. Let's go to 30. That'd be a nice number to remember. Let's see. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Still feel like that's short. Hi, Kathy. Let's see. Well, actually, that's 30 is good. See? Can you see it? Right there? 30 is good. Okay. All right, we'll go with 30. I suppose the other thing I could have done is like used a bigger hook. We're using like a 3.5. It's little. But then we used a really small hook on the flower too. I went back to my video where we worked on it to see which hook I was using. So. No, we're not. No, we're not working in the backbone. No, we're not. Sorry, we're not. Not working in the backbone. Okay, not doing it. Okay, so I'm going to chain one more so that when I turn and do my single crochets across, I'm going to have 30 when I'm done. Okay? So I have to skip the first one and then we're going to do 30. And I'm going to be a little extra here. And I'm going to put a stitch marker in that first stitch just because. So we're just going to put a little stitchy marker in there. Maybe we are, maybe. Some things are hard to do with one hand. I'll just say. Some things are very hard to do with one hand. You have to learn how to do them a different way. Okay. Yeah, so I have one little mini hank of yarn out there caked up. It's my next color for the Bad Sheep yarn shawl thing out there. And I thought I had it like put in the bag even. How'd he get it? He's a pooper. It's smoky, you guys. It's smoky. It used to be Misty would get into all the yarny things. And now it's smoky. What are we going to do with that boy? Huh? What are we going to do with the boy? Uh-oh. Don't be a knot in here. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely tell with this cotton yarn that there's more of a drag on it, which means it takes a little more work, right? I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. I'm just going to go very slow. And I'm not even going to count until we're done and make sure I have 30 stitches when we're done. And then we'll move on. So we're going to talk a lot today, I guess. We're going to talk a lot. What would you like to know about? What would you like to hear about? The old plowing? You get into the nitty gritty of what they did to my arm? No, you don't want to hear all that. They did a lot. I know that. They did a lot. They did more than I thought they were going to do. So. My naughty cat. Can't believe he had my ball of yarn downstairs. Now it's all just unraveled and it's a mess. At least he's not like destroying it, you know? He's not destroying it, not eating it, not chewing it, just playing with it. Little brat. Little brat. What am I going to do with him? I've learned that if I have like those little, my little mini Hank, my little mini balls, I have to keep them in something where he can't get to them because he'll get them out. Oh my goodness, Brenda. So when I came home, I was all strapped into the ice machine. Like, okay, imagine you're all bandaged up. So you got big bandages here, right? And then they put the ice on you. And so the ice is a big pad, kind of like a lily pad, sort of. And that's on my shoulder with the hose coming out down this way because there's a big hose. And then Velcro sticks to the top of it, and you get this big belt type thing. They wrap this belt all the way around you to keep the ice thing on your arm. Yeah. And then you're hooked up to the machine by this hose where the cold water comes up, circulates through all the stuff, and then it goes back out. So on day 4, when I woke up, took all the bandages off and all that, unhooked all that ice, all that. It's like ace bandage stuff, sort of, but not really ace bandage. I took all that off. I've never put that back on. I have never put that back on. I have used the ice, but what I will do is I just lay that thing up on my shoulder. I just lay that pad up on my shoulder. And you can kind of sit, if you sit on the couch the right way or whatnot, you can kind of, you can lean back and hold it on there just with your body and whatnot. Never strapped it on again. I just watched a video because once you watch a video about something, then you'll just get more and more and more videos of the same type of stuff, right? Like I watched this girl just earlier, and she was 1 week after her surgery, and she's got her sling. Now my sling, my doctor didn't want this big pillow thing. There's a big pillow, and it goes, I thought the pillow went under your arm. No, it doesn't go under your arm. It goes between your arm and your body. So it keeps your arm out away from your body further. And my doctor didn't want me to do that. She doesn't like those. That's another thing. One doctor does one thing. One doctor does something a little different. They all have their own way of doing stuff. You know what I mean? So once I took all that strapping off to take that ice off, I never put it back on like that. I wasn't going to. No, I was not going to. So, anyhow, I'll just sit on the couch sometimes and just lay the thing on my arm, turn it on, which instead of filling it all up with ice, we have it filled like partially with water. And then we have water bottles in the freezer. So that's ice, right? And that cools off the water with having the ice bottles in there. Then you don't have to have ice all the time. So I can actually do that. One day Dale wasn't here and I was like, I want the ice. So I went and got the bottles and put them in the little machine and turned it on and just sat there. Like 20 minutes or so. Like maybe after I crochet, like maybe after this I might want to do a little icing to it. I don't know. I can feel it right now. And like I said, I'll feel it right up in here. This is where I feel it. Okay, I feel it here. So this is where the tear was. The tear is over here, like this way. That's where the actual tear is. That's where I feel it. It's so weird to think something I'm doing with my hand and my wrist But you just think about it. Turn your wrist. Just turn your wrist. You turn your wrist, you feel it all the way up. All the way up. So I might get these 2 rows done, you guys, and that might be about it. That'll be a whole 60 stitches. Woohoo! If there was a way to, I've tried like moving the crochet more with my left hand, leaving my right hand still and making the left hand move it to the to the hook, which is not easy to do. But I have goals, I think I've mentioned that my yarn store does finished object February. And the center space on bingo, it's a bingo card. The center space is a free space, but you have to make up something for your free space. So I think I'm going to create my free space around how much time I can crochet. Like I'm right now, I'm on the one project I can do a whole row. It's 133 stitches. Pretty easily. I can do 133 stitches on that without really feeling anything. So I don't know. Should I make a stitch count? But all my projects are going to be different types of stitches, so I don't know if that would work. Let me count. Make sure I have 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 30. Okay, I got 30 stitches. There's my accomplishment for the day, folks. But yeah, my free space is going to be based on building up stamina to crochet more. I don't know how I'm going to word that in my space, but somehow that's what it's going to be, is increased time, increased endurance, increased number of stitches, something like that, right? Something like that. I think we're going to go around the other side of these chain and come up the other side, I think, to make a little like pocket at the bottom. No, that's not what she's doing. She just chained 1 and turned. Okay. Chain 1 and turn at the end of the row. Okay. Then rows 3, 4, 5, and 6. I guess you just chain 1 and turn. I thought we were gonna go. You know what I mean? Can you see what I'm showing you? I thought we were gonna come like around the end here and up the other side to make it like a oval, but I guess not. I guess not. How's the driveway, honey?
It's clear.
It's clear, he says.
Passable.
Okay. How much snow was out there?
3 inches.
3 inches? Was that all from today?
Yeah.
I didn't think it snowed that much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 inches, huh? Yeah, that ice machine's pretty unique. But I certainly don't need to have that thing strapped to me constantly, right? They're saying hi, Dale.
Hi.
Hi.
One drive code. I don't know. That's weird.
What are you having for lunch, honey?
I don't know yet.
You know what I had?
What'd you have?
I had some goulash.
Guess I'm going to get tacos then.
You can go get tacos. I don't care. He made goulash yesterday. I helped. I got the noodles out of the cupboard and I got the tomatoes and the tomato sauce out of the cupboard. that was my help. Hey, I helped do dishes yesterday.
What?
I put away silverware, I put away cups, I put away plates. Yeah. I was very productive, wasn't I? That's probably why my arm hurt so bad last night. I worked with the dishes. I put away dishes.
It's the excitement of your day.
Bye, Brenda. I thought he would have some comment to that, but I guess not.
What?
That's why my arm hurt last night. I helped with the dishes.
I know better not to say anything.
Yeah.
I'll leave you in peace and go get my lunch.
Okay, go get your lunch then. Make sure my cat doesn't get my ball. Keep the cat out of my balls. Somebody asked me if with everything they did to my arm, if it hurts in the cold. And I was like, no. I'm thinking, I don't know. Why would it hurt in the cold? They're like, well, do you have like screws and stuff in there? And at first I said, I don't think so. But I think I might, actually. But I don't feel that. I don't feel that. Like I said, I watched some videos, folks. I watched some videos. Oh boy. You know. Yeah, you never know until you know. Made sense though. I guess that's the thing. It made sense. It makes me feel better to know why things hurt, where they hurt, what might have happened that caused it to hurt, what did they do, that kind of stuff. So anyhow. There's definitely times I just want to be out of the sling. Like I'll get up in the morning.
Food, but if you want some dinner.
I know. There's nothing out of the freezer. Oh, you're gonna make chicken nachos tonight.
I'm not going to get chicken tacos, should I?
Oh, I don't know.
So give me a sub.
Okay, yeah, because we're gonna make chicken nachos with that chicken from the other night.
I got paid today, too.
Yay, you. That means I got paid too then, huh?
No, you did not get paid. I got paid.
What'd you get paid for? Oh, you got paid from the farmer. Ah, you got paid for farm work. I didn't realize you still owed your money. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've done the home and done the cows and the horse. And
Oh, okay. And then he bought some eggs.
Yeah.
We sold all of our eggs in the last 24 hours.
so,
Well, lucky you. You got paid.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. I think it's chicken nachos for dinner, honey.
okay.
I'll have to walk him through that one. He's never made those before. I'll help him. I'll help him with it. Oh. Yeah, that's why I thought this was going to get bigger because I thought we were going to go around the end and make this into like an oval so it would have gotten bigger at the bottom to make the little trench. Let's call it a trench. A trench to put the book into, right? Before you started going up the sides. I don't know. It's round 3. Look at me go. Ding, ding. Round 3. So we're going to take a break. All right, we're going to take a break. Oh. So what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? Tell me what you're doing. You've heard enough of my nonsense. My nonsense. Yeah. Okay, that's round 3. I got to chain 1 and turn and do 4, 5, and 6. You know what, Dawn? I wanted to diamond paint the other night. I mean, after 2 weeks of not diamond painting, I was ready. I was craving diamond painting. I got my painting out, got it all set up. One of my whips, got it all set to go. Dale even helped me a little bit. And I sat down to diamond paint, and I did probably 50 drills. Maybe 50. And I couldn't do anymore. I couldn't do anymore. It was too hard to move my arm back and forth that many times. I started leaving my hand in one spot. I'd move the tray over, stab a drill, but then you still got to move your hand. You still got to move your arm a little bit to put the drill down. I put some more drills down yesterday. Probably, if I have 100 drills on there, that would be generous. 2 times I've sat and tried to diamond paint. I don't know. I guess, Dawn, it is progress. It is very slow progress. Very, very slow. But yeah, here I'm really trying to use my left hand to do more of the work than my right hand. Like, as much as I can. I tried diamond painting with my left hand. Anybody tried diamond painting with their non-dominant hand? If you're right-handed, try using your left. Or if you're left-handed, try using your right. Go ahead. Try it. See how it goes for you. Especially if you're trying to do something with square drills and you want them to be all nice and straight. Go ahead. Try it. I challenge you. Folding towels. Well, that sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. I just watched one of my funny people I watch on Instagram, and her husband brings out a basket of towels and he starts folding them, and she's watching him and she's like, until she finally just goes up to him and just snatches the towel out of his hand, and she's like, oh. Men, I don't know if it's just men. They don't know how to fold towels right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not everybody's as picky. I don't know. I'm pretty picky about how I fold my towels. Thank you, Mom. Got that from her. Can't think of what kind yet. Well, I don't know. What are you having a craving for, Michelle? I don't need any sweets. I don't think I told anybody this part. So I had 3 days with this nerve block before it really started to let go. Before I could actually feel human and normal and, change clothes and shower and all that stuff. So on day 4, I get up. I'm like, I'm taking a shower. I'm getting on the scale. Gonna see how the scale's treating me after all this. I got on the scale and I just about pooped my pants. I had gained 6 pounds. How do you gain 6 pounds in 3 days? How? How does that even happen? I thought it was a joke. I thought the scale must be broke. I don't know. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take this out for a minute and see. There's times I want it out. It feels better out. And then, that feels so good. And then after a while, it's weird because after a while, it's like I'm tired of doing the work of holding up my arm and I'm ready for it to go back in the sling. If that makes sense. And I don't think it hurts to just go back and forth like that. Have it out sometimes. Oh, I just want to move it. It's been in for a while. I want to move it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, 6 pounds in 3 days. I don't know how that happens. So then I was like, okay, I gotta stop sitting around, first of all. Just sitting around, you know, snacking, eating, whatever. And I tried to be really good for a couple days and I lost a couple pounds. Then we went to the gym. The gym was interesting. I tried the bike first. I got situated on the bike. Okay, here's the funny thing. You know the one thing I can't do at the gym? I can't put my headphones on. I cannot put my headphones on because it takes two hands up by your head, to spread the headphones apart to put them on. I can't do that. So I had Dale help me. I'm like, can you put my headphones on? Can you put my headphones on? I can't do it. So he did that. And I rode the bike for about 10 minutes. And that was about all I could take of the bike. All I could do. That was enough. I was done. So then I get off the bike and I walked around a little bit. Dale had gone and gotten on a treadmill. And I walked over to where he was on the treadmill. And I was just like, I want on the treadmill. And he looked at me and he was like, you're going to try it? And I'm like, I'm going to try it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try it. That was round 4, right? Round 4. Okay, round 4. I might have to redo this whole thing and I'll show you why. Because, yeah, it started to just bother me. It started to bother my knees. Look it's like curling, like the bottom chain is too tight. I don't know how much that's going to matter. This is the bottom of this is going to be this part, right? This is going to be this part down here. Is it going to matter that much? So we're just, oh, now it looks really big. Wow. Look at this now. Look, can you see it? That's okay. I'm going to leave it. Hang on. Let's see something. Where's our granny square? How big is our granny square? Oh, move my arm. Let's see. Oh, see now look, the granny square. I could always put another round of color around the granny square. Or does it have to go all the way across? I don't know. Look. All right. I could add another row of double crochets or half doubles or whatever these were around. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like it's about this much too big right here. Oh, what to do. Why did it look so small at first? I held it up along the bottom of the book and it didn't reach across the bottom of the book. And now it's bigger than the book. I'm just going to keep going. That's what I say. I'm just going to keep going. We'll deal with the square later. If we have to, we'll just add another round. Sound like a plan. That's what we'll do. It's got to move. It can't just sit still all the time. I think that's when it starts to feel even worse, is when it just sits still and doesn't move. So yeah, I went and I got on the treadmill. And I was very, very cautious, very careful. And I just started it starts at 0.5 and 0.6, and I got up to 1 mile an hour, and I was like, okay, well, this is slow. It's slow, but it's feels safe. Nothing crazy. I walked at 1 mile an hour for a little while. I got bored with that. And I bumped it up to 1.2 miles per hour. And that was my sweet spot. That was where I was comfortable, was at 1.2. Not comfortable as, that's still really slow, but I wasn't worried about anything crazy happening on the treadmill. I think I'm going to just leave it this way, a little bit bigger, because then it might actually hold a hardcover book. Do I have a hardcover anywhere easy to get to? I mean, I got some in the stack over there, but they're like at the bottom of the stack. I am not about trying to dig one out from the bottom of the pile. What I mean? And there's none like on my bookshelf right there, easily available. You would think, hang on, I can get one. I can get one pretty easily. Yeah, so it was still slow for sure. But I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes, just, at 1.2. And it was all right. You know what I mean? It was all right. Okay, here we go. We got us a good old Harry Potter book. That's what we got. See, a hardcover book is quite a bit bigger. Here, there, you can see that, right? Here's our little thingamabobby. Our thingamabobby. Hang on. I go down there. Now look at here. See, if we're talking a hardcover book, this would be perfect. This will be perfect for a hardback. And then, like I said, I think I can make the square work. I could even add like, hang on. Yeah, set that down over there. I could trim it out a little bit, maybe even. I could use like the light purple even. I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely going to need to be a little bit bigger if we want it to go side to side, right? From one side to the other side. We'll figure it out. But I like the size of this. I do. It's customizable, really, for a bigger book, a smaller book. You think about it. If you're using like a little mass market book, you could make them even smaller for that. You just make it whatever size you want, I guess. It's got to be as big as the flower, at least. But yeah. Oh, so when Dale and I went into town the other day, and we went into this multi-purpose type shop. I mean, they have consignment sales in there from people who make stuff. I mean, I would say crafters, but they're definitely not all crafters. There was like food products in there that people make and they're selling. There was somebody that does screen printed like t-shirts and things. I suppose that's a craft, but Anyhow, they had a variety of different things there, and their consignment, you know, and most of the shop is reserved for that. Then the back part of the shop had a stage, and I think there was a piano and some tables. So in the back of the shop, they also do like some open mic night and stuff like that. Apparently, they do a variety of things there in that space besides just have things for people that want to sell their goods, right? But you know me, I'm wandering around. I just wanted to see what they had. First of all, catch the vibe of the whole place. And I was like, when I walked in the front door, I saw these blankets. And I don't know if you've ever seen them before. I don't know how they make them. I don't know if they're like hand knitted, like hand knit. It's like with really big, thick, chunky yarn, like the really big, fat stuff. So these blankets are really big. They're also very holey. I think it's hand knitting, is what it is, I think. But people can whip those things up really fast because that yarn is the size of a rope, for goodness sake, you know? And she was selling them for like $75. I'm thinking, okay. I mean, my guess is you're using a little bit of yarn, but because it's so fat, okay, it probably goes really fast. All this, $75. Okay. Then I was looking around to see what other kinds of crochet things there were. Of course, you got to check out and see what crochet items are there. I found some octopi. They were up by the front window. There was a little grouping of these little octopus plushies. I found some hearts. Somebody had made like some stuffed hearts. Not big enough to be pillows, but like just a little stuffed heart. And as I started looking, there wasn't a ton of crochet things. There were a few things here and there. And it looks to me like it's not like the crochet people had like just a whole area or a shelf of their own. I think that they took different things and kind of just plopped them throughout the shop in different places. Like a basket of hearts was over here, and there were some blankets here, and there was a couple blankets up front. I think they kind of dispersed them around the store. Not like, when I go and I have all my stuff in one place. I think these are kind of spattered around, So after talking to this lady for a long time, and we ended up talking a lot about shoulder surgery because she has a shoulder issue. So she was really curious and she asked me a ton of questions. So we started talking about, somehow it came up that, I'm a crocheter and I've been wanting to come in and kind of see what the place was like, what they do, all that. And hang on, I thought I was ready to put that stitch marker in, but I'm not. I got to do a stitch first to put the stitch marker into. I must do a stitch first. So she started talking about some of the things that they had that they sold, the crocheter. They basically had like two people who make some crochet items. And she was talking about like in the winter time, which it's winter now, but I think she said last year maybe, because it's winter now and they don't have any, but somebody that was making ear warmers, like the little headband ear warmer things, and that they sold really well, but they sold out. And I'm thinking, okay, those are really easy to make. They don't take much time to make them. My brain's going, So I just kind of started asking her. I said, so maybe, and she wasn't the owner of the place. She's just, she's just working there at the counter for the day or whatnot. Okay, what do I got going on here? I got the other end of the yarn coming through, and it's like I wanted to pull it out, but it's not working for me. So I was like, so maybe there would be an interest for certain items, like if you needed ear warmers or something for the winter season. It seems like that would be, that wouldn't be too hard. What is this? Is this a knot? Is this the end of my... What do we got going on here? It's just going through like a... This is so hard to even explain what this is doing. It's like, I think this is the end of the strand, but it's got all balled up at the end, so it's got a big old knotness at the end here. I don't know what to do with this. How about I do nothing with it for now? But now this is going to pull this right back in, or I didn't want it to pull it back in. Yeah, it wants to pull it right back into the middle of the skein. I think I got to cut this right here or something. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about because you can't see it. But I think that's the end, the other end. But it's just a weird hot mess here. And I can't pull on it. Can't pull anything. Oh, this is just weird as all get out. Weird, weird, weird. I don't have my little scissors in here. I think it just wrapped around the end of the yarn and got a little snot ball going or something. What if I cut it? What's the worst thing that can happen if I cut it? I'll have more of a mess, right? I'll have more of a mess. I'll fix the mess, probably. But anyhow, I just got to thinking, there might be an opportunity to just like make some specific items that they would like to sell in the shop, if they had a need for something like ear warmers, or what if they needed gloves, or seasonal type things. I don't know. Just got me thinking. Anyhow, got me thinking. Make specific items to sell at the shop. So she told me to just contact the owner for sure, because she seemed excited by it, Yeah, this is like the end, but it's... So I haven't done that yet, of course. And I mean, I'm not at the point right now where I can really commit to doing much at this point. I mean, I can't even keep up with my own projects right now, right? Okay, where's the part that slides? Part of it was sliding up and down. I don't know. If I just cut right there. What if I cut right there? What's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing at all happened. That's what happened. Here's the end, I think. Nope, I made two ends. Did I make two ends? No, I don't know. I don't know what I did. How many ends? Yep, we got 3 ends now. Okay, now we got 3 ends. I don't know where they're all going. I don't know which end I want. Oh, yeah. Huh. I think I just cut this one. Yep, I did. Where I cut this. Okay, so now Now what do we got left over here? We got one that's going to be the inner and one that's going to be the outer, right? It's got to be how this works. I might as well play with yarn since it's hurting to crochet. I think my arm's about done crocheting for the day. At least for right now. I think it's done. So now I've got 2 strands. Okay, good. Yes. See, look. Now I have this one coming out of the inside, and this one's the outside. Well, that's perfect. I got it straightened out. Look at me go. Look at me go. So yeah, I mean, for the future, that would be kind of a plan. What kind of things would you like in the shop? Like, what do you think would sell? And I was like, I like to make bags. I really like to make bags. I really like to make things like these little pouches and book sleeves and stuff. And I mean, I think that would be the right kind of a place for that kind of stuff, you know? So, we'll see. We gotta build up some crocheting endurance here. It's so frustrating. There's so many things I want to do. So many things I want to get done. And in my feeble little brain, I thought, I'll just be able to sit on the couch and crochet all day long in recovery. Okay. Not so much. Anyhow. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to let you go. I might get to the end of this row before I say goodbye because, my hands are busy. And I think this is row 5. And I think this is the base of our book. And then after round 6, we're going to work on sides. Maybe that's when we go around the bottom. Because we got to make this circular. I know we make a circular at some point. I bet you that's what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do. I'm just going to make a prediction right now. After row 6, we're going to go across the end and probably all in the back loop. Bye, Michelle. We're going to go in the back loop. We're going to go in the front loop. We're going to go in one loop. I don't know which one. I want to say back loop. And we'll go around and we'll add stitches to the end. Right now it feels pretty good. Dang, I'm cruising. I'm motivated here to get to the end. Yeah, and then we're going to go around and we'll make this. I'll show you here in just a second what I'm talking about. This is only round 5, right? Ooh, look at that. There's the end of my yarn right there. Let's see. Was that 5? Let me see. Let me count. Let me count. There's my good side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6? That's not 6. Sometimes they're really hard to count, especially when it's white. One moment. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. I thought it was 5. Okay. So then I think we're going to get to the end after the next row, and we're going to come across the end here. And then we'll come down this side and around this end. And that's going to make it become a circular, go around and around pouch type thing. And this will be our base, I think. So anyhow, come back next week and we'll figure that out. We'll have that figured out by next week, if that's what we do, because I think that's what we're going to do. Without looking at the video any further or watching what she's doing, I've made a few pouches before. And I'm just surprised that we didn't like start with like a round oval at the bottom that you keep increasing, and then after you get the base made, after increasing your rounds, then you go up and down. So anyhow, I think I got it. In my head it makes sense. So, all right, I'm gonna go see what this cat's doing because he's unsupervised out there, and see if he got into my yarn again, and go salvage my yarn, ball it back up, see how tangled it is, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's it, folks. Well, hey, I got a little bit done, okay? Okay, let me see. What is it? 30 stitches, right? 30 stitches times, what do I have? 5 rows. 30 stitches times 5. Well, that didn't count the chains, did it? Let's go 30 times 6. That's like 180 stitches. That's about my limit right now. Somewhere between 150 and 200. That's my limit. Not very good. All right, you guys. Come back next week and we will finish working. Well, not finish. We'll continue working on the little pouch thingy. This could take us forever, you know. But hey, what else do you guys do on a Friday afternoon? What else do I do on a Friday afternoon? I might as well hang out and talk to you guys and try to work on this. All right? Okay, you guys. I will see you next time. All right? Have a good weekend. Maybe see you tomorrow on my live. Yeah. We'll see you then. Bye, you guys.